right, y'all. We back with another Dear Crazy Bish. And we have another DM. So y'all got to hear this story.
Okay, let's hear it.
Dear Crazy Bish from Anonymous. I'm going to be honest. I like to sometimes have sex on the first night. I need to know what I'm getting into and if it's at least going to be good. Do y'all think I should wait?
Hey, she not wasting no time.
No time.
Wow.
Whew.
All
She
right.
just met him.
I mean, I don't know. It's just like a little thing. I think from what she's saying is, okay, so me personally, right?
Mhm.
I don't mind having sex on the first night. It's not going to be all the time because, you know, whatever. But if the chemistry is good, I mean, I'll be honest, when me and my dude, we had sex on the first night, you know? So it's like, and now we're together.
Mm-hmm.
And I think like if you wait to have sex, you're thinking too deep, you know? Like some people think like, oh, if I just wait these 90 days, if I just wait eight, if I just wait these 8 dates and stuff like that, oh, I'm gonna make this man wait. Baby, he's just playing a game. Like, it's a chase for him at this point. If he really wanted you, then yeah, maybe so. But for me, making a man wait is you're playing with fire. Like, you're never really going to know what his true intentions are, whether if you had sex on the first night or if you wait those 90 days. Like,
that's true.
So,
For
it really
me,
don't matter.
For me, sex is much more deeper than a physical thing.
Mm-hmm.
So there's no way in heck the first day I meet you that I know that I'm there with you mentally, spiritually, and then want to be with you physically. So for me, it's a no. Because by the time I have sex with you, it's dang near we together. Like, you know, because once the sex is, yeah. Anybody who knows me knows I'm telling the truth. Once I am like, I'm so into this person, I need to have sex with him to make sure that the sex is right. Because that's a big deal. Once the sex is right, I'm like, oh my God, we could be married. But so I could never just do the first night. Like literally, we have sex, we're together. But I see the other side. I heard somewhere where they said you never know a man's true intention till he busts that nut. So it's like
sex talk.
Afterwards. So they could be telling you all the time like, Panda, I'm in love with you. I'm in love with you. As soon as they have sex with you, that next morning, you'll know the truth. If it's like they look at you and go, oh, yeah, she's still here. Or if they go, ooh,
I got your
thought
Uber
I was
on
in
the
love
way.
with you, but I think I just wanted to have sex. So I think you will know for sure if it continues after sex. But it's just for some, I guess they get to it a little quicker. And for others, it's just I can't even, my lady parts won't work if I'm not into you. Mentally.
I think I need to wait a little bit. I mean, I will say, you know, I haven't had a lot of sex, but the sex I've had, I didn't know them for a long time. Like, you know what I mean? Like, for someone who doesn't have a lot of sex, I think I get to the sex kind of fast in situations. However, I still need to know a little bit more about you. Like, not the first night. Like, I need to know your whole facts.
Yeah.
Before I just jump into bed with you. Like, I at least need, and of course you're not always gonna know because they're gonna lie, but I at least want to kind of have a like gauge, like, oh, like he be out here, or you know what I mean, or like, oh, he's just, you know, a nice young man who just, you know. So yeah, I think not the first night.
I think like as long as you're doing it for yourself and not doing it for that person.
Yeah.
Right? So like when you guys are speaking about your internal and yourself, there's some women out here who will be like, oh, if I have sex with him, he's going to be with me and he's going to be that. And like on your spectrum of things, Lauren, maybe you do need to be that type to just wait it out for yourself, not for the simple fact of like, oh, if we have sex, then we're together or anything like that. But because that's just genuinely what you need. Now on the spectrum of me, I can have casual sex. I can be with a man, have sex with him, and be like, all right, it was cool. You know, like, you want to do this again one day?
Listen,
right,
my life would be a lot easier if I could think. I wish I could think that way.
Yeah.
But
but it's not with, like, multiple guys. Like, he just becomes my casual. You're just my filler until I find my man.
I was going to ask y'all that. Like, when you're sleeping with people, is it one at a time? Do you sleep with multiple? When you're just having casual sex, not like you have a boyfriend and sleeping with people. I mean, like, but when you're just in your single phase and you're sleeping with people, do you have like a little team? Do you have one at a time? Like, when I'm on him, then I'm on him now. Like, how do you guys do it?
Like, I'm newly single, so I'm still trying to get into the swing of things. I mean, I guess it's like what's really appropriate. You know, when I was single the first time out the gate, I was like, oh, I'm about to be a hoe because I was with my first. So, and I had been with him and we got married. And so then now I'm like, oh, now I'm out here in these streets. Like, I want to see it all. I want to experience it all. And then I met my next and that got locked down really fast.
She marries every person she has sex with.
That is a married woman.
Seriously, no.
Yeah.
Paperwork, like,
But
legally.
Panda, didn't you say that you were like celibate at a point in time or that you weren't going to do it?
I was absent.
Okay. So, what, you want to know more about that?
She's like abstinent.
I'm like, wait. I thought that was another form of, what did you, I thought you was, okay, I get it. You was abstinent.
So what made you want to, like, you know, do that?
Because I've been masturbating way too much.
She said that thing needed a break.
Okay, is this weird, y'all? And maybe I got some problems. Maybe I shouldn't admit this, but I do not masturbate. I do not play with my lady parts. I know maybe like
Really?
3 times in my entire life to see what it's like.
Me either.
But it's like
Don't
so
go
weird
my
to me.
bed. I got an arsenal.
Me and my friends have bought me toys. I just
Yo, Panda said, I said, Panda, are you sure you okay at the apartment by yourself? She said, girl, I got my vibrator. I'm okay. I said, Panda. I said, yo, like, she was like, you come over if you want. No, I'm okay. I'm good. I'm good.
Yeah.
But let me ask you this. I know we're on the sex talk, and I always got questions. Now, when you're talking about masturbating and stuff like that, okay, doesn't it seem, or maybe this was my problem, why I can't do it or I don't like to do it. Doesn't it seem like you know yourself too well? It's all gonna last all of 30 seconds, and wow, that like great, that was awesome. Like what? I mean, are you like, what's? Is it that for you too? Like it's just 30 seconds, boom, I'm there.
No,
Like,
it takes a couple of minutes, like, because I try not to numb myself when I masturbate because I use an actual powerful toy. But sometimes I'll use my fingers too, and it's like great to like get like the actual sensation down there. So take a couple of minutes, especially if I'm watching like a good porn. Like I don't want to bust right now.
And you watch
The
porn at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
I just use my
Yeah.
imagination.
No
Yeah, in my head, I'm
Okay.
like, okay.
Like
See,
the last
Leonardo
person.
DiCaprio.
No, I'm like the last person I did it with, and I think about like all the things that we
Really?
did, and yeah, and like I like to use a toy. You know, toys are like my thing, and
Lauren. Oh my
and,
God.
yeah, but for me too, it's like one of those things. Like okay, I've had a long day, like I need to relax. And it's like, okay, good. I can go to sleep. You know what I mean? It's almost like taking like a. So it's like drinking milk before bed.
Girl,
you know what I'm saying?
One
It
of-
relaxes me, and then like I can go to sleep.
See,
Yeah.
for me, with the whole masturbation thing, I just love a man's touch. I absolutely love a man's
Right.
touch. So when I'm thinking about sex, I'm thinking about my man. I want to devour him. Okay.
Oh.
So like,
Okay,
if
always
he's been a
and
good
always.
boy, but
Yeah, a heartbeat, you know?
it's just something about that big masculine body on top of me, like, or behind, you know. And I just feel like, when it comes to masturbation, I don't have that. So
Okay.
like it doesn't do anything for me. I've tried it. I tried
Mm.
toys and I've tried, you know, edible panties. I tried like all these little different things. I hear about the roses, but what I would like to try is like the thing that goes inside, I guess, the toy, and like my man sitting across from me, he's controlling it. Like something with my man. But
Gotcha.
me doing it by myself and I'm just like, well, here's the dildo and, you know, let's just stick that bad boy in. I'm just be like, like I've been there, like I'm like,
I can't even say the
what is this inside me?
Oh, God.
I mean, of course, it's always better to have the real thing. When you can't have the real thing, you know, it's like the next best thing.
Yeah.
You know, but I mean, I don't know. Like I said, different strokes.
But yeah, and
For different
this is an open platform. Come on, I might make faces, but I'm not judging.
That's probably why I be
Let
having
me-
them attitudes.
Right? That's how people be
Lord,
telling
we
you.
gotta start.
They be like, you
Lord.
mad all the time.
We
I'm
gotta
like,
start,
I'm
Lord.
single.
And I'm
But-
having that built up. It just be okay.
Oh gosh, maybe. So here, let's take this to a crazy bish level.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, would you ladies ever sleep with your significant other's friend or family member to get revenge?
I already fucked my cousin's boyfriend.
Say that again.
You heard me. I fucked my cousin's boyfriend. Bitch shouldn't have been talking shit about me.
Okay.
Have I ever messed with any of my friends' boyfriends? Hell no. Like, no, none of my family members. But first of all, I wasn't even close to my cousin like that. Second
She's
of
like
all,
your
if I'm
third cousin.
yeah, if I'm babysitting for you and stuff, like, matter of fact, like, you hit me up to ask, can I watch your child right along with his child? But I haven't heard from you in years like that. I don't see you. When you was following me on social media, you wasn't liking none of my pictures. So it's kind of like, okay,
Say
all
that on
right.
social media.
But her boyfriend was at me, and his dick wasn't even all that big. It was like this. So,
Like this?
Like this.
What was the like the thumb?
yeah, it wasn't all that big.
Okay, so here, I got a question.
That's a micro penis.
I got a question.
Okay.
Now that just brought me to a real good question.
And I told her too, because she didn't want to believe me, but my sister know I don't got no reason to lie to nobody. She knew I was telling the truth, especially when I told her, like, look, it was a hole on the door, like someone had punched it. She had like a memorial picture of somebody who passed away and stuff. Like, I'm not dumb.
She whole place. Like, oh, I was in that nigga's house. Okay.
All right, I got a question, y'all. So I know everybody has preferences when it comes to the male penis size.
The member.
The member, I like to call it. If a guy is all geeked himself up, yeah, I got this, I got you, like, you know, you do the remote test, take a picture with the remote, send it to me, and then they did the angle all different. So it's like, okay, it looked like it was this. Then you get all the way to the point of where y'all are finally gonna see what it really is like, and then you find out firsthand, like, whoa, pause. That is not what you said it was supposed to be. If you get to that point, because at this point they're ready to go and everything, do you feel bad? Do you do it anyway, or do you go, no, this is not what I signed up for. I'm so sorry, I just got sick.
I don't mind being on top, but then there are some people who know how to work it. I mean, I've had a big dick and it wasn't even all that.
Okay.
Facts, yeah. I like the growers, not the showers, honestly.
But they've already fully grown at that point, and you knew, like,
it's still not where it was.
That's not what I
so
signed
I
up
have
for.
been in a position before when I was with a man, and I liked him for him, and that's another reason why I don't like to wait, honestly, because I need to know. So I liked him. I waited, and when I waited, it was just trash. The sex was trash. The head was trash. Everything was trash. And he was one of those arrogant guys. And that shows me, like, when a guy is arrogant and he continuously talks about his member.
Overcompensating.
Oh, yeah. And it's like, dude, you're a liar. You're a freaking liar. Why would you lie to me?
Give me your credit card. You owe me.
You owe me.
Well,
Thanks.
I did Google the other day. I was having a conversation with someone. I'm not gonna put her out there, but you know her. Actually, I don't think she want me to know. But no, I was just curious. I Google random things, and I Googled the male penis and the average size. And Google says that the average size penis is 5.1 something 76
I thought
inches.
it was 4 inches.
It
Well,
was-
I could be mistaken.
it was
No,
5.
5
They said it was 5.
Yeah, anything
Yeah.
5 and over is like going over average, but anything below 5 inches actually like low average.
Really?
Yeah.
They're saying like just regular, like, what do you call it?
Right.
Soft.
Yeah, I read that in Cosmopolitan magazine.
I feel like it's like a full
Oh, at its maximum
At its
capacity, like
full
5 inches.
maximum
The max.
Yes, maximum.
Maybe if I had
capacity.
that in my life, I wouldn't be pregnant 3 times.
Girl, I think like so.
You
Do
see-
y'all think like it's more important about like the motion or the size?
Both.
I'm not gonna lie, y'all. Coming out the gate, I was very, very blessed, and was in a real good situation. I didn't know, like, because when you just starting, you have nothing to compare it to.
Mm-hmm.
So coming out the gate, I didn't know till I went out to the streets and like, oh my God, this is what's going on out here. That's why I had to work it out so many times. Like, I'm coming back home, you know?
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like I have been so used to now and spoiled with the size and the motion. So,
like,
but if I had to choose one or the other,
Mm-hmm.
I would prefer a larger member, and I can figure
Really?
it out myself.
Wow.
That's me.
Wow.
So you
okay.
like just give me
Yeah,
the
because
business and I can.
Or you can make him wear a dick extender.
no,
no,
ma'am.
Panda.
No, ma'am.
Okay, now we that don't how you gonna
What?
Okay, look, hey
No.
babe,
Have you had
can
that
you
before?
please
No,
wear a
but
dick
I
extender?
but I've
For me,
seen a
babe.
porn video to where someone
Okay.
wore a dick extender. But I mean, I have a dildo at home, and I could just slap it on the wall and just get going.
Oh.
What do you-
Slap
wait,
it on the wall.
hold on,
Yours,
what?
it's got the suction.
The suction
Oh, slap it on the wall. I'm like,
dildo.
slap it on the wall and it gets hard. I mean, what
Yeah.
oh my God, on the wall.
Yeah, it's 8 inches and it's thick, and I can put
Oh
it
my
on
God,
the wall.
My cervix.
Look, why we
That's-
all like?
That's about right.
My cervix.
She's like, that's about.
Yeah,
I'm-
I'm good
I
at just
plead the
like.
fifth.
I was just asking. Okay, so.
She's like that threw me.
That
off.
threw me off.
I think it's just aesthetically pleasing too. Like, have
It is
you
aesthetically
ever seen
pleasing,
a
but-
guy get completely naked and
Mm.
he's so big and tall, and then this itty bitty little thing is just sticking out? You like, and when it turns to the side, you're like, oh, and then in comparison, you ever seen one and it's like just hanging off the side? You're like, do you
That
need
is
me
a
to make up your
man.
bed and clean your clothes and cook you breakfast?
I just. I am cool with average size. And I don't know if y'all have these conversations with your significant others and stuff like that, but I have these conversations with my significant other. And him and I was just talking about it, right? And he was just like, I guess trying to pick my brain, or if he was, I don't know, maybe he was thinking I was going to talk shit. But what I do know is that those conversations are good to have with your significant other, because I love everything about my man. You know, I don't want him to be extremely big. He ain't small, don't get it twisted. But I don't want him to be like oversized, because I feel like that's uncomfortable to me. And you know, certain women's like, you know, their cervix sit a little bit lower than others and this and third. So it's all about anatomy too at the end of the day.
Absolutely. I'm 6 feet tall. I
Exactly.
had 3 8-pound babies.
And I am 5'3".
What am I do?
and
What- I can't do
no
nothing with
baby
that
ever got
thumb.
pushed out of me. So
She's like, I'm
Can't do nothing with that thumb.
that's what I'm saying. So it's like, for me, it's all about the motion. As long as he knowing how to drill me, oh, baby, we're good. Now, I need to be able to feel you, though. Like, I can't have it to the point where I can't feel you. If I
Yeah.
can't feel you,
That's
it's a
problematic.
problem. And
Yeah,
I lost
that's
my
interesting.
virginity to a man I couldn't feel. And I, like, at this point, I
That
was,
shouldn't even count.
that it doesn't count. So, like, I'm technically, like, still, I was a virgin all the way up until 21. But,
I was a virgin until like 21.
no, I wasn't really.
But I know that's what you were
okay,
saying.
okay,
So
yeah.
we're
I was
not counting
18
that.
and a half.
Okay. So that's what I'm saying. So when I lost my virginity to him, and everybody was talking about, like, because we had these girls, like, that I was real cool with. We were all talking about, like, these conversations, like, oh, doing oral and doing all these other things. And I'm like, you guys are doing this, like, at 14, 15, 16 years old.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, okay, so all this built up conversation, I'm like, I'm ready. Like, you know what I'm saying? Right when I was about to turn 18 years old, I climbed on top and I said, this is what I was.
Not on top.
I was on top my
Right,
first
not
time.
first time.
My first time, I was on top.
Weren't you in the military or something? Never heard.
I was on top my first time, y'all, and I
That's
was just like, because
crazy.
I already had, like, I was like a little freak, you know?
Mhm.
And I'm like, oh, all these girls done told me everything.
Mhm.
So now I'm about to be like, let me go ahead and do it.
Yeah.
I climbed on top, and I was just like, oh, this, okay. And I didn't have sex for a long time, because I was like, that just wasted my time. Like,
Yeah.
this is what I was waiting on till I got,
Mm-hmm.
you know, 21.
Yes.
21.
So
You
this
know what,
is,
baby at 22.
Whew.
Oh Lord, this is something me, Lauren and I talk about a lot. When you first meet someone, do you play shy and innocent, or do you unleash the beast? Cause she be fighting, she be holding that beast in a cage,
I be like, girl,
but she be sitting there like, yeah, so nice. and
Don't
sweet.
get me drunk.
But
Don't get me drunk, because I will be sweet in the beginning.
as far as sex goes, right?
Yeah.
And then
and then you
next
get
thing you
that.
know, you're like,
Yeah, because you don't want to scare them, right? And you don't want them to think you know. Of course, we're all grown, but you don't want them to think like, oh, she just be out here just unleashing the beast on
You
everybody.
like who you
And
like.
you like who you like, and it's not everybody. But I feel like you gotta surprise them. I just feel like sometimes you can't just out the gate and just be like,
It's just like that. Oh, yeah.
But it'd be so hard because you want to unleash her, but you be like, no, I gotta be a lady.
I don't know, y'all.
Does she
like,
have a name?
Well, oh no, so I mean, I've always had this little, people talk like alter ego, which is where my Instagram name came from, LolatheBunni.
LolatheBunni. I didn't know that was.
Wow.
Yeah, Bunny
Okay.
die.
See,
But,
now I
yeah.
ain't gonna type your name in no more because
So, do you all still have sex with your partner even if you guys are mad at each other?
no. It depends.
Oh.
It depends. It depends. Okay. It depends because it depends on the level of madness, right? So me and my man, we was just out in Costa Rica, and I was just so upset at him. But y'all know that drunken argument that you're not really arguing for real. So I was just like furious at him. I don't even remember the conversation, y'all. Like I really don't. That's how I know it was a petty argument.
Yeah.
And he was out on the balcony smoking his cigar, and I was like, you got me messed up, like da-da-da-da, all this other stuff. And he was just like ignoring me. And I said, oh, you ignoring me. I started stripping. I was taking off my clothes. I said, oh, you ignoring me?
Oh, this a movie.
You ignoring me? And he was just like, I said, nah, you ignoring me? And I opened the balcony door, and we just started going. So,
Oh
like,
my
stuff like
goodness. That's passionate.
it is passionate.
Wow.
And it was, we be having some great sex. But if I'm like really like angry at him, angry, and then he want to wake up the next morning, I went to bed angry at you, and you want to wake up the next morning rubbing on my thigh, no. Go in the shower and start doing what you need to do, because no.
So that was actually a complaint that my ex had with me, is that I would be angry with him and like mad like for months, right? Like deep, so it's like deep rooted like stuff, like problems that we had, and he's like, "But you were still fucking me," and I'm like, "Well, hell the fuck yeah!" Like that ain't got shit to do with that. Like I'm mad. I'm mad at you.
I'm mad at you, not you. Not you.
And that's the thing. I don't be wanting him to sweep things under the rug, because sometimes men think like, oh, we just had sex and everything good. No, everything ain't good. You still got to fix the problem. So I started realizing that, because in my last relationship, I would just have sex with him, be like, okay, you know what I'm saying? Whatever. And he would think like everything's okay. And it's not okay.
Yeah.
So now I'm just like, no. And if you think that you about to cheat on me, then we really gonna break up. So you need to figure out if you're gonna be patient or not. You better just go in there and start whacking.
I'm like, listen, we still doing it because I'm not mad at little guy. I'm mad at you. So me and him are still cool. We doing it. And after I get back up, you gonna know I'm still mad. We gonna have a good old time. And when I get back up, I'm gonna be like, make your own stuff. Get your own breakfast.
So y'all still be in it when y'all be?
Yes.
I don't. I be thinking of all the like, I told y'all I'm like overthinking, bitch. And that's when I start to overthink, because I'm like, but this nigga is trying to fucking me and like,
well,
it's my
see, only be you, cause
Right, I still don't even think of it as like him trying to get over it. It's like I'm trying to get over. Damn.
Exactly.
Like,
It's like
I'm
this.
trying
It's
to-
like this. It's like you, your lady part, him, his man part. Me and him don't get along. Her and him get along
they
just
love
fine.
each
We're
other.
not gonna
I
let the
see
kids.
that. I see that.
We're not gonna punish the kids because of what we doing. They can still go play, but I still don't like you.
But I can see that, because when he do get to, I can see that because when he do get to rubbing my thighs and my legs and my booty,
Your lady
and it
part like,
and-
help me,
and-
help
yeah,
me.
she be in there screaming. I
You
be like,
damn,
my man will be
girl.
like, shut your ass up, sit the hell down. I be talking to her like I talk to Bella when Bella pees on the floor. Sit your ass down.
She be cussing Bella out.
Hilarious.
So what? Okay, we talk about sex, but what does intimacy mean for you ladies? Or is sex intimacy for you?
You want to take the cake on this one?
I mean, it kind of depends. I mean, I've had my share fare with both sexes, so it depends. Like, if I
Okay.
want to have something kind of nice and romantic, and I'll let a person off rip, like, look, I don't want to be boyfriend and girlfriend. I just want to fuck you here and there. You want to come to an agreement? And then, because I'm dating. Yeah. And because I'm dating, so I don't know, to be honest, if I really want an actual relationship. Maybe I just want more of an open relationship, because I just feel like you're not going to stick around. I've been single for so long, so I guess I sabotage, but I mean, I don't care. 'cause
That's
I
a real
just-
thing.
I just feel like it's there.
Yeah.
What
I
about
think
for you?
intimacy, because I do like to have, casual sex, like whatever
Mm-hmm.
and stuff. So for me, like, sex is just sex sometimes. I think it is better though when you are with your partner that you're in love with. That's another conversation we had,
Yeah.
right? And we were like basically speaking about like, what's the best sex that you ever had? I think he was trying to get one over on me, see if I was going to say something. But I was honestly telling him the truth. I'm like, you're the best sex I ever had.
Wow.
Because I am genuinely so in love with you
Mm-hmm.
that, like, it makes the experience...
Yes.
So baby, cry.
Love makes sex so much better.
Like, love makes sex so much better. But it's also, like, the intimacy as far as just, like, where we're sitting across from the table with each other, and he's still looking at me the same way he looked at me the first time he met me, or Lauren, shut up.
I'm like, damn, I want a man.
Like, no, yeah, no, it's hard.
You want to text somebody?
Look,
I didn't have my.
But you know,
Oh,
like, or we
girl.
just laid up, and because his favorite moments of us is when like we had that small couch, and he's a big dude, and like we just cuddled up on the couch, like on this tight couch, and that to me is intimacy. I don't think sex is just that. I think it's like deeper, like when you riding down the street and it's late night, and he's like, "Babe, let's go to Belle Isle," you know what I'm saying? And we just listening to music or like whatever. That's intimate for me.
Forehead kisses, rubbing your hair, playing with your
Forehead
hair, maybe washing your hair sometimes.
Nah,
in the
he can't touch my
shower.
hair.
Okay.
But he can wash my body.
Just when they just touch you for no reason, they just want to touch you or hold
Yeah.
you or just. I think sex with love is a whole nother level of sex. You know when somebody loves you and when they care about you, and the way the sex is different versus just casual fun. What about you, Lauren? Because Lauren claims she's never been, should I say it?
Just say it.
In love.
What?
So I feel like I have definitely. I loved both of my kids' fathers.
Like cousins? I mean, like, what do you mean?
No, I love them. I definitely, I think for me, so I had posted this thing on Instagram. I feel like the way my heart and mind works, I know how much love to put into a person. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I feel like I definitely, was in love with them and loved them. And, that's for sure. I mean, I married both of them, right? But I don't have the same heartbreak effect I think that people usually like close to me would expect for me to have.
Yeah.
Like I kind of like get divorced and I'm like, okay, all right.
I'm like, are you okay? Hello?
Yeah.
She's like, yeah, what we doing? Are we
What
doing?
we
I'm like,
doing?
girl,
Let's
I'd be on the
go.
float. You need to hang me over the thing and let me try.
And I'm like, okay, we're gonna keep it moving. But I think, I know how much love to put into a person based on the love they give me. And then I don't feel cheated once it doesn't work out because I didn't put too much of myself. And not saying that I didn't, but I didn't put too much of myself.
So you still had a guard up in a sense.
Yeah, into it. And I put enough of myself in there, but not so much where I would leave broken.
Oh, okay.
So that's why I can be like, I'm good. And, it may not be 100% fair to them. I can be honest about that. But then look at how both situations ended. So it's kind of like good for me that I operate kind of that way. But I would absolutely definitely I believe in love. Like my parents have been married for almost 40 years. So I
Beautiful
believe
That's awesome.
in love, and I want to be hopelessly devoted to one man for the rest of my life. But I still feel like, I had amazing, great sex with both of them that produced beautiful children.
Aww.
So, real quick, I want you to answer this question right, after that. We're going to wrap it up. I want to know, how long do you wait after a breakup to have sex with a new partner?
Tomorrow.
Well, on that note, Panda.
Tomorrow? Like the next
day?
So they already in your phone? You're already messaging them just prepare tomorrow? Oh my.
I think it's different. I think it depends. Honestly, before we wrap it up real quick, I think it's more so okay, if I've already been exited the relationship and I know he's doing him and that's the reason why we're breaking up, I'm already doing me. It may not be the next day but it'll probably be like a week. A week or two. But then I've been on the spectrum of now I'm in the relationship with my man now. And if we were to break up right now, we done had some falling outs, but we have not officially broken up. But I have never thought outside of him where I'm like, oh, I'm going to do it because I'm so into. Yeah, I'm in love. I can't do it. It may take a little bit longer. Like nobody else. I'm not attracted to nobody else. You're not him. So.
Well, I think it just honestly just depends on you as the individual, how you heal, how you move on, how you're able to, move forward. Sometimes it takes people longer. Some people, it's real fast. You know what I'm saying? But ladies, we got to wrap this up. This has been a very educational conversation. And I think we need to go get some lunch, something. And we got to keep this conversation going. But ladies, just remember, if you ever find yourself in a situation and somebody tries to call you a crazy bitch, you got to ask yourself, am I? Am I really? I don't know. I don't think
Probably
so.
Probably not.
All right. Thanks for listening, guys.
Thanks, y'all. Bye.